Hey guys, Marsling here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so today, this is one of the 200% team showcases that I have actually been really looking forward to doing. Even if nobody requested it, I would have been doing it anyway. And that is the TEQ SSJ3 GT VEGETA. When this guy's awakening came out, I was pretty much like, almost legitimately, like I was blown away by how good they made his awakening. I think he is better than the physical one. I haven't finished link leveling the physical one, so I think I will do him as well once he is at full level 10 links. But this guy is really, really good. So he starts off with 120 attack and defense. He gets an extra 60% attack and 30% defense for 6 turns after receiving an attack. Then he gets an additional attack 10% up to 60 and defense and chance to crit 5% up to 30 with each attack received. So once you've received the full amount of attacks, he's obviously getting 60% attack, 30% chance, 30% defense, 30% chance to crit, and then he also has the raises attack by 50% and defense by 30% for 6 turns on his super attack, which means you can get multiple stacks out of that as well. So he can look really, really good. So here he's at 140k at the very start. Now, I do want him to take hits, but so shall I put him in the... Yeah, we'll leave Goten at the front. And then he will be attacking before he's received an attack. So his attack stat on this first turn is probably not going to be anything too crazy. But he is going to take 2 hits here. We obviously want him to build up as much as possible. Look at that. Look at Goat and the Goat just dodging the super attack in slot 1. You love to see that. So... let's see what we're looking at here, turn 1. Okay, Goten's going to double super. All right, calm down, Goten. Dodge the super attack, double super. Look at this guy, eating good on this team, he is. So 2 million, turn 1. Now, that obviously doesn't seem very impressive, and the second one is 2.9. Remember, he get a 2.1. He gets a very big buff from this. Like, straight away, getting that first attack gives him that extra buff for 6 turns, and then obviously remember each attack is also individually building up that other smaller buff that he has. So this guy is really, really good when it comes to longer events. He is a unit that when I talked about like when the legendary Vegeta event was going to be coming to global, the fact that this guy would be super good for the Worthy Rivals and Gifted Warriors missions because he's so good in longer form events. When his passive is fully built up and you're at the height of that 6-turn stack on his super attack effect, like that's the turn that I want to see. Like he is going to be doing some very impressive numbers, I think, like on the right rotation when he's fully built up. Like he is going to be looking really, really good. So I'm really looking forward to getting his best turn out here. So we'll go ahead and now we can put him in slot 1 so we can take some hits. We need to get this Majin Vegeta floated off though, so he's not going to have a lot of links active. In fact, we can't get a super for him in slot 1. Wow. Look how bad the orbs are here. We literally cannot pick up more than 2 orbs. That is super unfortunate. So I guess what we'll have to do, we'll just have to leave him in slot 1 here, because him getting those hits in order to build up his passive is probably more important than him getting another stack on his super attack. But, I mean, hey, he took double-digit damage from the super, so we'll take that. And then we get hit again. So, yeah, we've taken, what, 4 hits now? So, he's got to get hit 6 times to fully build up everything from his passive. So, he's still got to get 2 more hits. And then we can obviously get a good couple more stacks out of his super attack effect as well. So this is obviously not a very good rotation here. I need to get the Super Saiyan 3 one floated off, because they obviously share a couple of extra links, especially links like Limit Breaking Form, which is the Super Saiyan 3 specific link. So him being in slot 3 for that turn will be really good. But for now, like this rotation is not particularly great. So I'm going to have to go ahead and put him in slot 1. The orbs were terrible, so he couldn't get 6 orbs for either of the Majin Vegetas. So definitely not a good turn for them, but we are unfortunately still getting set up. So this is what we want to see, right? This rotation here. So we have every link active except for Limit Breaking Form, and we have the 40% support from Goten. So I'm going to just pick up this 1 orb here. This should pretty much guarantee that GT Vegeta doesn't do too much damage to Vegeta here, because then we can get the last of the hits in. He's on 370k defense now on this turn. So that is a pretty significant increase. Although, of course, I just realized that, like, the tech one's going to get the finishing blow here anyway. So we're not going to see him get those extra couple of hits in. So he can make a very good slot 1 unit, though, when he's fully built up. Like, the fact that he's at 370k defense here at the start of the turn is pretty good. And then look at that, 5.6 on his attack stat. So very significant jump from turn 1. Obviously, on turn 1, whilst his defense is not as high as you would potentially like it to be, he is a very good option to just put in slot 1, because then he can take that first hit, and then obviously he's going to have the buff straight away for his first attack. Because that's the reason why his first attack didn't look particularly impressive in this run, is obviously he was attacking before himself receiving a hit. And that buff that he gets for 6 turns is pretty significant. So the difference between him attacking before being hit and after, especially on the first turn, is pretty significant. So he definitely can be good for slot 1. Not so much, obviously, on turn 1, because we do need to get him built up. But I think hopefully on the next turn, we can have a decent amount of attacks in slot 1. And then we should be looking real good. Because, yeah, we don't have the rotation with the Super Saiyan 3. The other Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, so I don't need to go ahead and put him in slot 2. So yeah, we should be looking good here. So this is with no support, and we are looking at 200k defense. So yeah, this is probably where, this is one of the turns where, yeah, the 6 turns, we're on turn 7. So his passive has now run out, so you can see he's at 3 million. Now when he takes this hit, we're going to get that buff again, the 6 turn buff for the extra attack and defense. So that's the only unfortunate thing about these units that have the buff in their passive, like for 6 turns, like for example his exact one, right, for 6 turns after receiving an attack. It only lasts for 6 turns, and then on the 7th turn it ends. It doesn't mean that if he then gets hit on the first turn it procs, and then if he gets hit on the 3rd turn it like refreshes it, and so it's now another 6 turns from there. It doesn't work like that. So the reason why that can be annoying is then you get turns like this, where obviously that turn, the 6 turn passive, had actually expired, and so his attack and defense were both significantly lower than they would have been on, for example, the next turn, where now on the next turn I think his passive is fully built up because he took those extra hits, and he's now got the for 6 turns when receiving an attack part of his passive active. So this next turn, he's not going to have any support, but I think this next turn is the one with the physical Vegeta. So we can go ahead and put him in... Actually, we probably can't put him in slot 2, can we? Because... oh no, we are going to finish him off here, yeah. So we're going to be on a fresh phase next turn. I was looking at Vegeta's health after that last super and thinking that he wouldn't survive the start of the turn. But of course, we still had more attacks left to go. So now... we can go ahead, see, on this rotation, he is getting his full link set. Limit breaking form activates when you super. So, I guess we could leave this guy in slot 1 since he is physical. So let's do that, because then on the next turn we're going to have this support from Goten as well. So, we'll go ahead and do that. We'll grab those for you. So as you can see, now that the super attack is active, he has every single link active. No support, he has 335k defense, and that is going to go up on super attack as well. And then let's grab these orbs for you. So this should be a pretty good turn for our boy GT Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. It is a shame that he's not on GT Heroes, because obviously he's not canon, so he's not in GT, but they refer to him as Vegeta GT, so it's a bit of a shame that he isn't on GT Heroes. That would have been another really nice team, because one of his best link partners is this Int Super Saiyan GT Vegeta. So yeah, 5.54, no support. I would say that that was pretty good for a random banner unit that just got an awakening at the end of last year. Remember, this guy doesn't even have an easy A. Like, I imagine we would probably be waiting a good 1-2 years at this point for this TEQ Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta to get an easy A. But when he does get one, I feel like they won't have to do too much for him to then instantly be back in the meta for whatever it happens to be at that time. Hopefully 200% leads being the new meta is something that we're not going to move away from super quickly. So I would imagine a year or 2 from now we probably still are going to be getting combos for like 200% leads. And so yeah, you know, any other Vegeta team, Super Saiyan 3 team, anything like that, that has a 200% team, when he gets an easy A, is going to be looking really, really good. So we got the 6 orbs for all the Martian Vegetas. There's no trunks on this team for the showcase, so obviously we don't get the full damage reduction. But his tanking is still pretty good. And then, yeah, we should finish him off this turn, because this Martian Vegeta is effective against all types. Gets the crit as well, so GG. And we can move on to this guy. But yeah, I mean, this has been a no items run so far for this team. And this is essentially I guess a gifted warriors team, right? Because Goten is on here, making it not a just straight up Vegeta family team. But very, very good. So unfortunately, we don't get the GT link on this turn. But we have 359k defense. We have the 40% support from Goten. So let's go ahead and do this and then see what we are going to be looking at on this turn. So tanking for double digits in slot 1. Love to see that. There's a level 3 dodge as well. Let's go. And we're getting the Dokkan attack. So unfortunately the attack stat is not popping up at the top in clear view. But if you look down in the bottom right, which unfortunately I did and missed all of the nodes, you can see down here 6.17 is his attack stat. So every single link active except for GT, 40% support on the rotation, 6.1 million for a random side banner unit. He's in the, well, he's not even what I'd call a side banner. He's a general SSR pool unit. So any multi on basically any banner, you could pull this guy, go and get the medals to awaken him. And then, yeah, I mean, obviously mine is Rainbow Full level 10 links, but this is him at his best performance on the 200% team. 6.1 million attack stat for him is really, really good when he's also rocking like over 350, close to 400k defense after super attacking. So this TEQ GT Vegeta, really, really good. Like I say, he's at his best when he builds up, so he's not as good for shorter form events. He still can be good, but obviously he gets most of his utility when he actually gets his super attack, so and gets fully built up, because obviously even just the super attack, the effect is really, really good on that. So, you know, slot 1, once he's built up, he can hang there for sure, but obviously in like a shorter event, like if you take him into like pure Saiyan's Extreme Super Battle Road, you're not going to want to put him in slot 1 on turn 1 unless you're throwing an item up, because if you throw a Whis up on that turn, say there's like 5 attacks in slot 1, even with a Whis, the first attack is probably still going to do some damage to him. But by the time he's taking like the 3rd, 4th and 5th attack, he's going to be taking double-digit damage on that turn with a Whis active. So he is a very, very good unit, but obviously longer form content is where he's going to shine the most, because you do have that opportunity to actually fully build up like his passive and everything. So personally, I think he is very impressive. I'm very happy with this card overall. Like I said at the beginning, I was very impressed. Even when we read the details of what his awakening does, I thought he was really, really good. So look at this, GT Vegeta getting dodged, but then he comes in with the additional. Can we crit? Oh, look at this, perfect. That's what I wanted. I wanted him to take him out so we could go on to this turn with the full health bar. So go ahead and do this. His defense has dropped slightly, so again, this is going to be the I think this is where the active for 6 turns after receiving an attack has actually timed out now at this point, unfortunately. So we'll do this, we can get the full damage reduction for you. So again, this is with no support, but he's being hit first, so if that part of his passive, yeah, it had ended, but now it's been refreshed. So fully built up, no support, every link except for GT, 5.2 million. So yeah, I would say that he is pretty good. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.